Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to the stream, and again, let me know if you can hear me. I have a thing, and I just want to know that you guys can hear me. So, how's everybody doing? How's everything going? I have a long list of things to discuss today. Let's see. Oh, people are saying, yay, the ad started. Oh, can you guys not? The hot dog man said, can anybody hear him? Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me? I'm really kind of freaking out. Really kind of freaking out here. Can you hear me? I have it plugged into the computer there. Okay, good. Okay, good. I think that some people were just kind of joking around with me and kind of freaking me out there, but yeah. I was like looking at the microphone. I was like, okay, it is plugged in. Everything's there. I still kind of freak out, but yeah, okay, good. So long list of things to discuss today. First things first, the poll winner. So we've been having the poll of the most boring RPG for, 2 weeks now? It's been going on for a hot minute. And I don't know if I should call it a poll winner or a poll loser. But we have the winner/loser of what is the most boring game ever! And it is Harvest Moon. SNES version winning with 62%. Runner-up was Seventh Saga. I'm checking my computer right now with live updates. Runner-up was Seventh Saga with 38% of the vote. Yeah, Tom Derry said, most boring game, Ultima 4. I am sure that the Ultima games are completely boring, but, I never really played many. I played Runes of Virtue on the Game Boy. And then there was another one on the SNES, and it might have been Runes of Virtue as well. It might have been like an SNES remake of the Game Boy game. And I remember thinking, oh, I kind of wanted to play that, but I never actually did, and probably for good reason. So yeah, the Ultima games I never really got into. Let's talk about something else. Speaking of Seventh Saga, so Seventh Saga is the runner-up, and I created a video 2-3 weeks ago, and it's on Patreon right now. It's in my Patreon purgatory, and it was about ranking the characters of Dragon Warrior 4. And it's sitting up there, and then I was thinking today, I'm walking through the kitchen, and I'm making lunch, and I was thinking about Seventh Saga, and I was thinking to myself, I wonder what's winning, Seventh Saga or Harvest Moon? And then I thought to myself, why don't I rank the characters of Seventh Saga? That would be an interesting video, I think. I've played Seventh Saga 7 times. So, yeah. I think after playing it through 7 times, I think that I can be the arbiter of what character is the best and what character sucks. So, yeah. I will probably be making that video and look for that to arrive on Patreon sometime soon. I am doing well today. I'm doing. Dynasty Girl said, "How are you today, David?" Doing well. I hope I am doing well. Thank you so much, Dynasty Girl. Oh, and who else asked? Phantasmix said, "Did you ever play Seventh Saga sequel, Mystic Arc?" I have played Mystic Arc. I have not finished Mystic Arc because, quite honestly, Mystic Arc belongs on the most boring list as well. I got to a world where there was like children and candy and something. Yeah, it was just like good God, it was just so boring. Next thing that I want to talk about, hooray, Harvest Moon, yay. And you know what my favorite thing about this is? Most people are like, how can you possibly put Harvest Moon up there? It's not even an RPG, even though it was marketed as an RPG back when. If you go back and you look at Nintendo Powers, it was marketed as a farming RPG. So I don't want to hear it. And I bought it because it was marketed as a farmer's RPG. I was like, oh, farming, how exciting, how interesting, how great. This ought to be great. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. And then I played it, and I'm like, ooh. Anyway. Probably the topic du jour right now is the Discord channel. I am slowly getting there, people. Um, Yesterday I came on here and I was saying that I didn't even know how to respond to a private message. Well, I am happy to report that I have figured out how to reply to private messages. But that being said, I can't spend all day long on Discord. I still have a full time job. I still have to do my YouTube. I still have to write my scripts. I still have to do all sorts of stuff. So I can't spend, I can't spend a lot of time on Discord. I pretty much just hang out in the little moderation room, and sometimes I'll pop into general chat or whatever and just, see how everything's going, and I talk with my moderators. My moderators have been fantastic, by the way. They've been teaching me what roles are, what to do, like what everything is. They've been so helpful in getting me in teaching me Discord, essentially. And I've got to the point where I know what a role is now. I know how to set like the different colors for the roles and all that, so it's super cute. And we have the roles are me, the original girl of course, and then there are patrons, and then there's founders, and founders are patrons who have been with me since like day one. The patrons who have been there like from the get-go. So I made them as founders because we had a whole big thing and we were trying to figure out how to so apparently I can't, I'll probably gonna explain this completely wrong, but apparently there's like some Discord bot, and you attach the bot to the Discord, and the bot will automatically put a role on someone when they become a patron, but you only can do that if you have a tier. And I personally, in my Patreon, I don't know how other people do it. I really have no clue how other people do it, but because I don't really care how other people do it. I just care about what I do. So, oh God, what was I talking about? The patron and the patron bot. Okay, yeah, okay. So in order for the patron bot to work, you have to have like a little tier system going on in Patreon. But I never made tiers. And the reason why I never made tiers in my Patreon was because I didn't want to like price anybody out by saying, you have to give $5 a month or whatever it is. I didn't want to price anybody out of the Patreon. I wanted everybody to be able to join. So I have many Patreons who just give like, whatever they can. They give like $1 a month. And that's perfectly fine by me. Because to me, it's just, I just want everybody to be part of like the little special club. You know what I'm saying? So I never made any tiers. But apparently because of the little bot and the roles and the Discord and blah 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 blah, I was forced to make this tier. So I made a little tier, and then you get automatically like put into the role thing on Discord. So yeah, I probably explained it horribly, but that's the explanation that I'm able to give with my very, very, very limited understanding of the entire thing. Speaking of members, we have 2 new members to give a shout out to. We have Xander Leese, as well as Stephanie Pollard. And I think that Xander Leese joined up yesterday as an original girl, and they're sitting over there as a little spoony bard. Edward's over there. And apparently you can't sign up on your telephone. You have to sign up on a PC. I have no idea how this works. No clue. Believe me, I am the last person to ask about anything with technological help, because, you've seen me on these live chats, people. You know how I am. But anyway, it was kind of funny. So, I'm inside the other room, and I am working out, because, I can't really go to the gym right now on the days that I do the live chat. Like, right now would be the time that I would normally be at the gym. So, I'm working out inside the other room, and, Jeffrey Wright says that he signed up on his phone. Who knows? I really have no idea. I have no idea. Check your phones, people. I have no freaking clue. No clue. So anyway, I'm inside the other room, and I'm working out, and I hear ding, and I look at my phone, and it says Stephanie Pollard has become a member. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I run inside and I start writing down Stephanie Pollard on my on my list of things to talk about. And then as I finish writing Stephanie Pollard, I get up and I start walking back over to the exercise room, and then I hear ding, and it says Stephanie Pollard has become a patron. And I'm like, oh, so you're gonna become a member and a patron? Hey, you go, girl. That is amazing. So I'm just thinking of that to myself, and then I go and I put my phone down. I'm starting like some tricep press downs and all that, and then I hear ding, and I'm like, what now? And I go and look at my phone, and now she's posting on my Patreon, and I'm like, girl, get it. I'm going to give you a shout out because this is just too much, and it just made me laugh, and it put such a smile on my face. So I do want to give you a little shout out for that. That's so funny to me. Oh, nothing to apologize for. You're perfectly fine. What else? Oh, so I was considering this. I'm thinking about this. Maybe making 2 memberships and probably put them at the same price point and everything. I don't really care. It's not a big deal to me. Again, this is just a hobby to me. I really don't give a shit. But one I would call maybe like Original Girls, and another one I might call Spoony Bards, and I might put like famous RPG women under the Original Girls, and then put our favorite Spoony Bards under the other ones. And as far as bards are concerned, I could put Gilbert, I could put Edward, I could put like some class changes from maybe Final Fantasy V. If you guys have any other little bards that you might want to see, let me know in the comments. I am trying to read the comments. Similin Van Des says, I'm hoping that you unwrap the package soon, as I can't stay for long, unfortunately. I'm going to tell you what, Similis. On the very bottom of my list of things to do, I have package written. And I was going to open it up last, but just for you, because you don't have a lot of time, here's our package. So, let's do this. Oh, Jeffrey Wright says, I love the idea. Can we be in both? I don't see why not. I mean, hey, if you want to be in both, more power to you. I have no clue if YouTube's going to be like, no, you can't do that. Beats the hell out of me. But, hey, why not? Okay, anyway, I got this package in the mail. It's not from anybody in particular. It's from GameStop. This is something that I ordered. I ordered this after hearing really, really good reviews online, and I really don't know much of anything about it, except that it had great reviews. So let's check it out. These scissors suck. I'm using like these little safety scissors that these are the little safety scissors that I bought for my classroom. You can tell that they're all kind of janky and the thing is missing and all that, but since we're not like meeting physically in school this year because of obvious reasons, I took my little scissors home. I don't really have a classroom going on, so yeah. Anyway, those scissors suck. Okay, anyway, what is inside this package? Oh, good, they gave me a good box. I'm always worried whenever I order something from GameStop. I'm always worried that they're going to be giving me like the crummy box. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Scissor Sisters. Yeah. Oh, we got some new members. William Booth is an original girl. Mike G is an original girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And in the package is... Bum, bum, bum. Drum roll, please. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. How much should I buy this for? Does it have a price on it? I'm sure that there must be a receipt in here. How much did I pay for this? Oh, wow, I paid that much? Holy shit. This was $50. I was thinking that... So here's the thing. As an Atlas game, many times... Oh, look at this. They didn't even put it in the thing. They put it in one of these things. But that's okay. And of course, no instruction manual, because God forbid you ever get a freaking instruction manual nowadays. So, yeah. Anyway, Atlas games either go up in price or they've just become like you cannot find them whatsoever. So I'm like, okay, whatever. It's $50. I'm going to buy the stupid thing. I've heard so many good things about it, and I've also heard that it is a short game. I've heard that it only lasts roughly 20 to 30 hours. Vanillaware, 2D side-scroller, tactical turn-based battles, and there's like 13 different protagonists that you control with an intertwining story and all that kind of stuff. So, I am very much looking forward to playing this, and I want you guys, my original girls out there, to look forward to like an off-the-cuff impression video thing that I've been doing lately. Because after this live stream, guess what I'm doing? I'm playing me some 13 Sentinels. I'm never going to finish Ys 9, am I? That's just going to be one of those games that I end up playing, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. It's having a good thing. But I got a donation that I need to read. Matthew Phillips. Would you consider using a Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy VI girl for original girl? Please don't use Maria Lame Sauce, Final Fantasy II, or Marl. Maria does not exist in my mind. She is not even a girl. She just doesn't even exist. She is done. She is over. Marl, she's cute. I mean, don't get me wrong. Marl's a cute kid. If I were going to use a girl from Chrono Trigger, I'd have to go with Isla. I'd have to. I was thinking Luca, and Luca is nice and cute, or whatever. I mean, I could use both of them. I mean, Luca's great, but I don't know, something about Isla. She's just so, like, she's jumping around, she's doing all of her little thing, and she doesn't give a shit. And, like, something about Isla just not giving a shit completely speaks to me. Like, I'm all about it. As far as the original girls, like, I wouldn't just do like from one game. I would try to think of other games. Like, I could use Alice from Phantasy Star. She's definitely original girl. I could use, of course, Rydia, Celeste, Terra, Rosa. Like, there's so many that I can think of. It's really the spoony bards that I need help with on who are my spoony bards out there. I'm sure if I really think about it and I really dive back into my collection back there, I can come up with some spoony bards. So let's see what I wanted to Stephanie Pollard says, we're just crotchety old bitches who would prefer a physical instruction manual. Like, I'm serious. I would pay an extra $10 just to have, like, the stuff that used to come with the SNES games. Just to have one of those instruction manuals that were like 80 pages, that were really thick and nice. I would definitely pay for that. I would pay for the posters that we used to get. Remember the posters that we used to get? We would get posters of world maps. We would get posters, and it would have like every single monster inside of the entire game. Like, there'd be a lot of stuff. And that's not even talking about the crap that we get with the Working Designs game. Man, you would get like a freaking, like, opening up a Working Designs game was like opening up like a treasure box, you know? Those were so nice. Wizard of Loneliness says, you may not like it, but some characters from Eternal Sonata, I guess some of them could be a bard, but I really do want to stick to more of the original. Like, I would say PlayStation 1 era would be as far as I'd want to go. So I'm looking at 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit as far as who I wanted to put on my little badges there. So yeah. So I got the package done. I hope that you're very excited about 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. I am excited about this too. And you guys see the package. You guys see the bill. Atlas didn't send this to me. I paid for this shit. So my review is going to be my honest opinion. Like I said, honesty and integrity. I'm not beholden to anyone. I buy my crap. It is what it is. Where am I on my list? Okay, actually, I need some hydration. Jamie Andreasen says the instruction manuals are outsourced to the strategy guides. It kind of has a point. Like, back when, the Dragon Warrior 3 the Dragon Warrior 3 instruction manual was a strategy guide. Then Dragon Warrior 4 came around, and you got an instruction manual that was like 15 pages long. It was really thin. And in the back of the instruction manual, it had like this little cutout coupon thing, like the little proof of purchase things that you would like send away for. Has this little instruction manual or this little thing. You send it away, and then you got, and I'll show you if you haven't seen, I'll show you this instruction manual. You'll be shocked. So you get this. This was, I believe, $10, and you sent away for it. It was in the back of the instruction manual, and it says the first ever Nintendo RPG hint book. So, yeah, this thing was really nice. This is an example of what it might look like. It has, let me try to get it a little bit closer to the camera there, just so you can really see. It has maps. It has level recommendations. It even has like what is in various treasure chests and stuff. It's a really nice guide. One of my favorite things about this guide, let me see if you can see this, is that it has like, it says gossip, and it has various NPCs like under the where it says the town of Monbaraba, and it has these two guys in this gossip, and it tells you what they say. So it's sitting there, and it's like, you know, what am I trying to say? It's like, hey kids, you really need to talk to these NPCs to figure out what you need to do next. And I'm over there, I'm like, well, no shit. I've been playing this crap since Dragon Warrior 1. You don't need to tell me that now. But yeah. So, like, you guys have a point where instruction manuals kind of fell to the wayside because of strategy guides. That being said, though, there were some great... Jeffrey Wright says, David, please check Discord ASCP or mods, please. Why, what's happening in Discord? In general discussion? Holy shit. More. I can delete the message. How do I ban this person? I see delete message. Can I? Okay, here we go. Okay. Ban. There we go. Delete previous 7 days and ban. Yes. Okay. I think I got the Discord thing taken care of. Thank you so much for letting me know about that. That was crazy. That was my first ban. I've never had to ban anybody, and I didn't even know how to, because at first I was clicking on the comment, and it said delete the comment, and I'm like, well, yeah, I want to totally delete the comment, but I don't want, I want him gone too. You know what I mean? So I wanted to ban him as well. Thank you so much, Jeffrey Wright, for telling me about that. That really kind of took me out of my vibe right there. Wow. I have moderators. I have 2 moderators in the Discord, but yeah, that's crazy. Maybe I need some more moderators. I don't know. This is the whole Discord thing to me. Like, I set up Discord was not set up for me. Discord was set up for you guys. It's kind of my gift to you. Discord is something that I want you guys to use, that I want you guys to, build a community. And thank you so much for telling me that. So again, Discord, I don't know much about it. I am there. I have it on my computer, and now I know how to ban people, thank God. And thank you for, letting me know about that. Have a donation from Endmonot. Hey David, been a fan since Trails of Cold Steel playthroughs. Always such fun retro content. Loving the Discord edition. Keep doing your thing. Thank you. I will. Thank you so much. Thank you for the donation as well. So yes, he was banned, and we are not talking about that any longer. So yeah, he was basically just being a god-awful person. Matthew Phillips, thank you for the donation. You got some trolls as your brand grows. Well, you know what they say? In the immortal words of Taylor Swift, haters gotta hate. So, yeah, that's just what haters do. That's just what they do. And right now, the haters are hating. And, oh well. Where are we going? Oh, Matthew Phillips, again. So, Matthew Phillips yesterday, he asked me a question. He gave me a donation and he asked me a question, and the question was, what are some games that you wanted to beat that you have tried to beat but you couldn't? Games that you really have tried many, many, many times to get into, but for whatever reason, you just can't bring yourself to do it. I went through my collection last night after the stream was over, and I came up with 3 different answers to your question, and we can discuss these 3 games in the comments as well. The first one, a game that I've wanted to get into but I was never able to actually beat, is Vagrant Story. Oh god, is it happening again? What is happening? This stupid freaking... What the hell? Oh, how do I do this again? I click on him. No. I do this. Ban. And ban. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is insane. So, Vagrant Story. I tried to get into Vagrant Story. I tried many times, and now I'm keep on getting thrown off because I'm afraid that this guy's just gonna keep on popping on into Discord. If any of my admins are there and can keep an eye on the Discord, that would be wonderful. So yeah. It's hard for me to run a live chat and also deal with some crazy person in the Discord. Still Alive donates and says, do you think they'll ever collaborate with Eric Landon or maybe even Derek from Super Derek? I am 100% completely open to any sort of collaboration whatsoever. My email is public. They just have to go to it on the About page and they can contact me. So, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Again, Vagrant Story. Try to get into it. I really couldn't. The combat was kind of bad. Like, the theme was like just so dark. It was just, what the hell? Oh my, go away. My god. Ugh, how can I like permanently ban this person? Is there a way to just permanently ban him? I've banned him how many? 3 times now. This is ridiculous. Who is in the chat right now that I can just go ahead and make a... I need to make somebody else an admin. Somebody who's sitting in chat right now who would like to be an admin. Nanoglitch, do you want to be an admin? Matt Flack, Rogel, JW, Wiccan Beyond, Brody. Any of you want to be an admin? You know what? Jeffrey Wright, you're becoming an admin, and that's just the end of my story. I see that you're a founder on Patreon, and now you're also an admin. There you go. Jeffrey Wright, you are now in charge of kicking this person out. There you go. You click on their name, and then it says, like, ban. It's kind of easy to do. You don't have to right-click their name and then ban them. So, yeah. Thank you, Jeffrey Wright. I've just kind of put you there. Sorry. Okay. So, whew, God, I'm like sweating now. This is ridiculous. Anyway, Vagrant Story was one of them. I'm completely losing my train of thought now. The other one, the game that I tried to get into, but I couldn't get into, was Okage Shadow King for boring reasons. I tried to play this game like 3 times because I kept on hearing so many people talking about how it's like so much like Earthbound, how it's so fun, how there's so much humor, you know, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it was just, I couldn't do it. It was too boring. So yeah. Moving right along, the third one that I tried to get into, but I couldn't. Dual Hearts. Dual Hearts for the PlayStation 2 is the very first PlayStation 2 game that I ever purchased. I heard that it was like kind of a spiritual successor to Alundra. I heard that it was going to be really good, and it was just awful. Just completely awful. I didn't like it. I couldn't even get past the first stage. It was too hard, and yeah. So, games that I tried to get into, but I couldn't. Let me check the Discord again. I hope people aren't spamming. Okay, it looks like everything is going good. Thank you, Jeffrey Wright. I hope that you're doing your thing there as I'm banning people left and right. That's kind of crazy. The next thing that I want to talk about. Yeah, basically they were being incredibly hateful, incredibly racist, like incredibly, like ridiculous, all caps and spamming and just horrible, horrible, horrible stuff. So that's all that was happening in the Discord. The less attention that we give them, the better. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh, people on the Discord, because they were talking about my door. My door seems to be a big thing. I don't know why my door is such a big thing, but the door is a big thing. And I thought that it might be a really cute idea to hang or display like fan art on there. In the Discord, we have a it's like a little creators corner thing, and I popped into there just to see what it was because I was like, creators corner, what is that? What is that? I didn't even know what it was. So I popped in there and I saw all this like different artwork and stuff, and and I was like, oh, that's really cool. You guys are really talented. That's just amazing. And I got a PO box last week. I got a PO box like last week, just because I had many people over the course of the years ask, about sending me stuff, and I'm not like I'm not one to ask. You know what I mean? Like it's really awkward to me to be like, send me stuff. But like, if you want to, you can. It's fine by me. I think that it would be great. It would be really cool. I think that would just be like amazing. But even just like little letters or something like that, or even just some little artwork, and then I can display them on the door. And I think that would be, just really cool because you guys seem to like the door. And I also have some space on my wall over there that I can even display some other things on the door as well. The next thing that I want to talk about. Today, I made, Frank Swordsman says, pro tip, if you're too uncomfortable getting mail, don't do it. Well, that's why I set up a P.O. box. So yeah. Send it to the P.O. box because I gave my address away to somebody on YouTube already, and, oh, really? What was I? God, it's the Discord. The Discord is really distracting me again. But yeah, I set up the PO box and I'm good with that. There, I think that would be really nice. And apparently there is now a door emoji. I don't know how you guys did that, but that is funny to me. Mike G posted a whole bunch of door emojis. Stephanie Pollard, I see, has a door emoji as well. Will Abel says, David, you may want to set your moderation level on Discord to high or highest, or something that makes it where people have to verify their email and they have to be in the server for a while before they can chat. Oh, that's actually a really good idea, Will Abel. Yeah, so if I do that, then people can't just like keep on creating the same account over and over and over again and keep on spamming. That's actually a really good idea. So I think that I will do that after this. Or if any of my administrators know how to do that, go ahead and do that now. That would be really nice. What was it? Okay, I was talking about dwarf fan art. Oh, the next thing that I want to talk about. Man, I told you, I have a long list of things to cover today. Long list. I made a video today on Kuro no Kaseki, which is the next... Somebody else is talking about the Discord, and every time I see Discord pop up in the chat, and I'm like, what's happening in the Discord? Oh my god, it like completely throws me off of my rhythm. Anyway, Kuro no Kaseki is the next game in the Trails series. There is also Hajimari, but that one hasn't been released in America yet. It has been released in Japan. That's kind of like a spin-off thing where you have 3 different heroes and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of cool. But the Kuro no Kaseki one, that's the one that's going to be taking place in Calvard. But the really cool thing about it is that you have a choice between action or turn-based battling. And it looks like you can really just kind of like change it on the fly. And it looks to be really, really nice. So I am very much looking forward to that game. I did make a small like impression video, just my thoughts and my impressions on the game, and I put that up on my channel today. So if you haven't seen that yet, please do look at that after the stream is over. The next thing that I want to talk about, and the last thing that I want to talk about before I get to y'all's questions, are these guys right here. They've been sitting there for I think since about 3 or 4 streams now, and each stream I have wanted to get to them, I have wanted to talk about them, but I just wasn't really able to. I just wasn't able to find the time to talk about them. So here's the deal with them. This rooster, I've had this since I was a little kid, and it's like a little Tiffany rooster, and my mother bought it, and it was really cute, and it was one of the very, very, very few things that I took with me whenever I left my mother's house, or left my parents' house, I should say. It's one of the very few things that I took with them, and every time that I see it, it just reminds me of my parents, and I have it in the downstairs bathroom. And it's just something that means a lot to me. So my best friend, Justin, he went to his hometown the other day, and he called me up, and he's like, "Hey, David, how are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, fine." He goes, "So I'm at a flea market here, and you wouldn't believe what I found." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "You know that rooster that you have?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, I found a bunny that looks just like it." And he went and he bought me this little bunny, and it's super cute. And he was like, it's in honor of Easter. And I just thought it was just the nicest thing. One of the nicest things that anyone has ever done for me. I thought it was super cute that he was thinking about me. And I just wanted to share that on stream and just give a little shout out to Justin for that. I just thought that was just very, very nice of him. It was just super cute. And I have a thing about Tiffany lamps or Tiffany glass. I just have a thing about it, and I have various Tiffany lamps around my house too, because I like to decorate like that. And I just thought it was just very, very nice of him. Okay. So with that, we have gotten to, I believe, the end of my list of things that I want to talk about. So for the rest of the stream, the next 20 or so minutes, we'll keep this stream to about an hour or so. I would say an hour seems like a good time to me. We'll just, what do you guys want to talk about? Let me go back up in the comments, because it's hard for me to read these comments and then also, talk about that as well. Flames Durette says, yeah, a streamer friend of mine had trouble with trolls on his Discord server, and he eventually made it so the only people with the regular role could post. So yeah, I'm going to have to talk with my admins after this stream is over as far as what we can do about having crazy troll people on Discord. That being said, you know what? That's actually a good thing to talk about. That's actually a good topic of conversation. Because whenever I first started my YouTube channel, I was just only doing Let's Plays. I wasn't on camera. I would just talk about the game, talk about my life, do whatever. Being gay is a pretty big part of my life, and I would just talk about my husband, talk about this, talk about that, talk about the other, and I would get a lot of homophobic comments on YouTube, and I would have to sit there and delete them manually. I eventually found out a way to auto block those people on YouTube. It'd be nice if there was a way to auto block people on Discord. Like, there's a way to set up in YouTube. You can set up, like, if a person says a particular word in their comment, then the entire comment is just immediately blocked. So if there's a way to set that up for Discord as well, that would be really good. And if anybody out there knows how to do that, please let me know, because I do want it to be a safe space. Again, I set up the Discord for you guys, not really for me. Immortal Games says, can you give me mod? I could do that for you. I will definitely make you a mod. Just tell me what your Discord name is, and I can do that for you, Immortal Games. Okay, Immortal, not 92. I'm going to write this down real quick. Immortal 9239. Okay, so I will make you a mod after this stream is over. Thank you so much, Immortal Games. So, yeah. Again, I made the Discord to be a safe space for you guys to build up the community. It's not really for me. I'm just there. I'm just in charge of it. It's really for you guys. I want you to use it, take control of it, have fun with it. That's the big thing. Just be fun, be respectful, read the rules. I do have like some rules pages, and it's just all about just being kind, being respectful. You know, that's all it is. That's all it is. It's nothing major. It's like, you know, basic classroom rules of a 5th grade classroom. So yeah, I mean, that's all it is. Jonathan Page donates. Thank you so much, Jonathan. There is no comment with Jonathan's donation, but I do still want to thank you so much for your donation. Prager Exon says, I've been enjoying the Discord. I kind of went from ham posting pics and food last night. Oh my god. One of the moderators, Big Value, he posted these charcuterie boards in the food Discord, and I was like, I have never seen such beautiful charcuterie boards in all of my life. And then he went on about like all this cheese that he likes, and I was like, oh my god, I want some cheese right now. It was really bad. I'm like, yes, give me some cheese, definitely. Air says that he can help moderate if you need anybody. Air, thank you so much. I will let you be a mod. Just let me know what your Discord name is, and I'll write that down, and then you can be a mod too. And then I think with 5 mods, we should be good for right now. Oh god, someone's posting hentai in the... What is happening? It's only because I'm on this doing the live stream, and then, oh, this is driving me crazy. Immortal, you are now an admin. Okay, Immortal, go take care of that. Go take care of hentai crap. This is insane. I can't even deal with this. Let's see. Oh, I have a donation from Dave Donovan. What's the Rooster's favorite RPG? I don't know if the Rooster has a favorite RPG. The Rooster used to live in my parents' kitchen on top of the hutch. And then we moved from Ackworth to Canton, and then they put my mother put the rooster downstairs into the basement. And I was about ready to move out for college anyway, so I just was just like kind of staying in the basement for like 6 months until college started. And she put the rooster down there, and I was like, I've always liked this rooster. I'm just gonna take the stupid thing. And she never said anything about it. She never once mentioned the rooster at all until she came over to my house here in Nevada, and I had it downstairs in the bathroom, and she goes, "Oh, that's where my rooster went to." And I'm like, "You haven't missed that rooster for like 20 years. Now you're gonna whine that I have the rooster? Like, really, lady? Like, come on now. Come on now." Donation from Zalgradis. He says, any chance of more Final Fantasy Let's Plays? Also, flex the guns! Yeah! Sun's out, guns out. Yes, definitely chances of more Final Fantasy Let's Plays. In fact, here's what I'm thinking. And I actually started fooling around with it in the in the time before doing this stream. I was trying to figure out how to actually stream a game, because I obviously know how to stream my webcam, that's there, but how do I concurrently stream a game along with the webcam? And I was able to set it up so that so that I can see, both things going on concurrently. And I am in a small little window on the bottom left-hand side, and then the game is in a bigger window. So I'm kind of maybe somewhat thinking that whenever I do another drunk stream, rather than me talking so much and being drunk and then again having to drink so much water and do so much other stuff and everything else, and my throat getting all dry, that I could play something like Final Fantasy or Final Fantasy 2 or Final Fantasy 3, something like that, and play that, and then also drink with you guys, and maybe just play an hour and a half, and just kind of have a chill, relaxing, drunk, let's play, streamy thing of Final Fantasy. I think that would be really nice. I think that would be really, really good. Okay, let's continue looking at some various comments that you guys have. Let's see. The guns are making me feel mighty real. Billy Watson says, afraid someone will compromise your personal info in the live chat, download ExpressVPN, and take back your privacy. Can people do that? Is that a thing? If I have a live chat, can people take my... I don't know if that's a thing. I haven't had a problem before, but now I'm kind of freaking out. I don't know. Brock Haas says, I work in Canton and Ackworth all the time. Good to hear someone talk about this. The 706 and the 770. Yeah. I can talk about Canton and Ackworth. Would I want to go back to Canton and Ackworth? No. That is a hard pass. I am good. Dave Donovan says, I used to live in Ackworth. Shut up. Where did you live at? Oh my god, now I really need to know. Man, here's the thing. Whenever I lived in Ackworth, there was nothing going on. Oh my god. I went on Wikipedia, and I looked up Ackworth, and I looked up the years that I lived there and the census, and how many people actually lived in Ackworth at the time. And it was less than 2,000 people. And oh my, whenever I tell you there was nothing going on, we had to get bussed into Kennesaw just to go to school. There was nothing going on. It was the frickin' sticks. Good God. Oof. Where in Ackworth did you used to live? I used to live off of Mars Hill Road. I don't want to get too more specific than that, but it was off of Mars Hill Road, if you know where that is. Let's see. Con Visual Destruction says, I was wondering what drives you to finish JRPGs that you don't like. Is it just that you want to beat or play every single JRPG ever made as a super fan? I was at that point. There was a time in my life where I wanted to pretty much play and beat every single JRPG ever released, ever. In fact, I went so far as to write, I created a list. I still have the list on my computer. I created a list, and I went through and I organized the list by systems, and I would go through and I would say, okay, and then I would have hundreds of these games on the list, and I would go through and I'd be like, okay, this month I want to beat one action RPG, one traditional RPG, and one tactical RPG, and I would try to beat 3 JRPGs per month, and I would force myself to do this. And then eventually, as time went on, I was like, oh my god, some of these are just heinous and horrible. So I created another little portion of that list. This list, it's like 20 pages long. Like, it is a list, I'm telling you. I created another little section of the list of games that I tried to play, but I just couldn't. And then I would have to put a reason why I quit playing. It wasn't just enough that I had to quit playing. I needed to write out an actual reason. Like, it was work. Like, I created work for myself to do this. But yeah, that's how I've played so many JRPGs. I created a list, and I just literally went down the list. Let's see. What are everybody's talking about now? Oh, we have a new member. Jamie Andreasen. Welcome to Original Girl. Welcome, Jamie. Welcome, and thank you so much. Always good to see more members, more spoony bards running around the chat. Oh, okay. Let's see. The comments started strolling a lot. I wonder if Dave Donovan ever responded to my comment about where in Ackworth he lived. I'm really... Okay, here's the thing. It wasn't until 1996, when the Olympics came to Georgia, that it really started to just take off in growth. Now, whenever you go to Ackworth, like, okay, the last time I was back in Ackworth was maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something along those lines. And it was a changed world. It looked like something in another planet. Like, I remember whenever we lived there, we had to go grocery shopping at the gas station because the nearest grocery store was like 20 miles away. And then there was a farmer's market in the gas station parking lot. So the gas station would sell milk, bread, packaged foods. There was like a butcher's freezer in the back of the gas station that literally had like a cow's carcass hanging there. Like, it was the South. And then you would go out into the parking lot to the farmer stand, and then they would have like the little fruits set up and everything. And now whenever I went back, I went to my house, and I'm like, God, there's a grocery store less than a mile from my house. This is so much closer than the gas station. And the gas station was like 5 miles away. It was just... Okay, Billy Watson is assuaging my fears right now, and he says, I'm just making a jab at those stupid video sponsors, so it isn't a thing. Thank you, because, again, I really don't know much of what else going on with these live streams, and it kind of freaks me out whenever people say that. Okay. Let's see where we're at now. Oh, Dave Donovan. He says, I moved whenever I was 5. I think I went to Big Shanty for a year, and I moved to Connecticut after that. Good old Big Shanty Elementary. I went to Lewis Elementary. That was the school next to Big Shanty. But again, wasn't that in Kennesaw? I kind of think it was in Kennesaw, because Kennesaw used to be called Shantytown, and there's still a Big Shanty museum there. Listen to me. The South is coming out. Michael Geronimo? Geronimo? Is that right? Geronimo? Michael Geronimo says, any new top 10 lists, David? I am always coming up with new top 10 lists. I have a ton, I like 10 of them, at least 10 of them sitting on Patreon right now, just waiting for the Saturday or the Friday to come just to get released. They're just sitting in Patreon purgatory. And I'm currently working on, right now as we speak, the top 10 JRPGs that take place in Japan. So, yeah. Let's see. Oh. Jeffrey Wright says, I'm at work, so I couldn't hear anything the past 10 minutes, so I was just typing in chat to try to help, and I didn't notice that I was made a mod. Well, Jeffrey Wright, get on it. Try to get rid of those trolls, and I'm going to talk to my other admins about getting rid of those trolls, too, as well. Let's see. Just Ballin' Hitta. He says, I'm super curious about all of the JRPGs that you weren't able to finish. Maybe one of these days in this live stream, I will find out how to, cast that list onto the screen as well. And then we can just kind of go through the list of the games that I played and what I didn't and all that kind of stuff. Quite honestly, though, I really haven't updated that list pretty much since the channel started. The channel has taken a lot of my spare time, so I haven't gone and done my crazy game list anymore. So yeah, a new member. From X Blue Smoke X. Welcome to the Original Girls Club. Thank you so much for joining as a member. That makes me happy. Let's see. Michael Geronimo. David, what do you think about MMOs like Dragon Quest X and Final Fantasy XI and 14? I have not yet played any of those games. I have played WoW and I have played EverQuest. I was completely addicted to EverQuest and I loved EverQuest. WoW is no EverQuest. I liked EverQuest so much better than WoW. It was just so much better. I liked the communal aspect of it. I liked being able to I liked how you really couldn't solo. It forced you to get with a group in order to gain levels and gain experience and gain gold and all that kind of stuff. It forced you to do that, and I really, really liked that. It was amazing. It was amazing. Dave Donovan says, I did Lakespur Boulevard. Very, very nice. And we have a member, Dave Donovan. He's now an original girl. Hey, call you out in chat, and then you pay me back by becoming an original girl. I like it. Good for you. Good for you. Mitchell Boucher says, hi, David. I don't know if I've ever heard you talk about Legend of Mana. What are your thoughts? Legend of Mana is where the Mana series started going downhill. To me, the last great Mana game was Seiken Densetsu 3. Legend of Mana is just... it's okay. I'm not going to say it's great. I'm not going to say it's terrible. I am just going to say it's okay. I wish that it had a true world, not that it was like... you know how, I can't remember what the system is called, but you have to, place these different worlds onto this grid, and then little things pop up. But, I feel like I could, do it wrong, you know? And it always just bothered me. So yeah. He moved out in 1995 out of... God, I'm just having this little conversation about Ackworth, Georgia with Dave. The two Davids in Ackworth. Who knew? He moved out in 1995. We moved out of Ackworth in 2000... either 2000 or 2001. Because I graduated high school in 2000. And my parents wanted to make sure that I, didn't... they wanted to make sure that I went to the same high school the entire time. So they didn't want to move up to Canton until I had graduated high school. So they waited until 2001 after I graduated in 2000 to actually, put the house on the market and sell it. It's a whole big to-do. It's not like I can graduate and sell the house the next day. It takes a minute. So they moved up to Canton, and I had to move up with them because of money issues, and it was horrible. Oh my god, it was so horrible. Thank God I moved into that dorm as fast as humanly possible. Good lord. Man, it just was not good. Pimp Jira took the words right out of my mouth. He said, in one of the videos I just watched recently, David said that Seiken Densetsu 3 is the last good mana game, so I assume that he doesn't care for Legend. Yeah, someone has a good memory. Yeah. Ha! Ike Ashes says, boiled peanuts in Ackworth, lol. Yeah, I know. Okay, so if you're not from the South or you don't know this, like, they would literally boil these peanuts in these huge vats. The vats look like those garbage cans. You know, like the metal aluminum garbage cans? Like the garbage cans that, like, Oscar the Grouch lives in. They would boil the peanuts in these huge vats, and then they would put them inside of a paper bag, and then they would like give them to their kids, and then the kids would go to the side of the road at like the stoplights and try to sell the bags of boiled peanuts. Like, this is what people did. Again, welcome to the South. Have some boiled peanuts. It was a big thing. Yeah. Let's see. What else are we talking about? Oh, Julian says my hottest take is that the mana games were always bad. Take that back. Secret of Mana and you know what? Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana, Seiken Densetsu 3. Those are the good ones. I don't know how I feel about Sword of Mana. That's the remake of Final Fantasy Adventure. I think I would rather have the original Final Fantasy Adventure than go to Sword of Mana. I just think that would be, I just think it's a better game. I don't know. There's something to say about beauty in a game's simplicity. You know, not taking it and, like, I feel like they spent so much time on weird graphics and weird sprites and weird character designs for the two heroes than, like, balancing the thing. Because I want to say that there was this portion of the game where you had to, like, choose which elemental spirit you wanted, but you always chose Lumina because she was the only one that could heal. Why would you choose any of them that couldn't heal? So, yeah, I don't know. We have a new member. Welcome to Original Girl. Thank you, Thank you for joining up. And you're now an original girl as well as a spoony bard. It makes me so happy that you can both be an original girl and also concurrently be a spoony bard. It makes me so happy. I love seeing my spoony bards running around. It's so funny to me. Another member, man. David Balfour. The Davids have to stick together. Man, we should have like a just David chat. David Balfour, welcome to Original Girl. Thank you so much for joining up. Another little spoony bard right there. I love it. Oh, and we have a donation from Silent Word. Thank you so much, Silent Word. Thank you. He says, thank you for all you do from one gay JRPG lover to another, saying hi from Dallas, Texas. By the way, thanks to you, I found and I love the Kaseki series. Oh, I try to help. I shared in a previous live stream that the Kaseki series is like, it's kind of losing me. It's kind of losing me a little bit here and there because of a couple of things that it's doing that's bothering me. Number one would be the blatant sexual fan servicey stuff. Back in the day, back whenever I played JRPGs on the NES and the SNES, fan servicey stuff wasn't a thing. It just didn't exist. It wasn't there. We had adult party members. It wasn't a thing. If fan servicey stuff was there, it was in Japan. It wasn't over here. So I never really grew up with that in the genre. So whenever it came up to me as like, I might have liked it if I was a teenager, maybe, I don't know. But as an adult, I just look at it and I'm like, ooh. Especially as a teacher. I'm like, these people are supposed to be high schoolers? Like, I don't know. The next thing that's bothering me is the whole harem thing. Yeah, I loved the love story that was told between Estelle and Joshua. That was like my favorite thing. And that would not have happened if there was some sort of male harem for Estelle. Like, who does Estelle really like? Does she like Joshua? Does she like Olivier? Does she like Zin? Who does she really like? Like, that wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? So I'm not a fan of the whole harem thing that's happening in Cold Steel. I really, 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 really do hope that Kuro no Kiseki changes that. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about, as far as stuff that bothers me with the Kiseki series, is the extraneous dialogue. Now, whenever I say extraneous dialogue, I am not talking about storyline dialogue, pertinent dialogue between your characters and your and the villains, or dialogue showing growth between the characters, character growth. That stuff is perfectly fine. What I'm talking about extraneous dialogue is, let me just think for an example off the top of my head. You get a quest, and the quest is like, Sally Sue in the village, she really wants this rabbit stew. And so then you're like, okay, let's go see Sally Sue. And whenever you go over and meet her, she's like, hi, I'm Sally Sue. And then, hi, I'm Reen. Hi, I'm Alyssa. Hi, I'm Emma. Nice to meet you. Hello, I'm Laura. Hello, I'm Machias. Oh, hi there, I'm Eustace. I'm like, do I really need to hear every single freaking person introduce themselves to stupid Sally Sue? I don't really give a shit. Like, that's what I'm talking about. It gets old. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I don't really give a damn about Sally Sue and her rabbit stew. Like, I just want to get the reward for the side quest. Like, am I alone in this feeling? Is this just me? Like, tell me if I'm alone in this, because I really don't think that I'm alone. Hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. I see a lot of people in the comments talking about how they are not a fan of the harems either. And Billy Watson says, and don't get me started on those Idea Factory games. Billy, let me tell you, we have officially, in this stream, renamed Idea Factory. We officially renamed it a couple of streams ago. It is now Idea Factory, because they fuck everything up. Ugh. Hate me some Idea Factory. Fuck them. Oh, wow. Apparently there was this game, Yick. Julian says, Yick? I don't know what that is. Julian says, Yick had a patch of a reduced monologue option. Man, wouldn't that be cool? So, the Falcom games have done like the fast forward feature, which I am 100% a fan of. Hey, go at it. But man, a reduced monologue feature? I'd be all about that too. That'd be kind of nice. Golgari Pimp says, Tales games are pretty chatty. Tales games can be pretty chatty, but I'm not going to knock a Tales game for chatting, because most of their chattiness is optional. The vast majority of the Trails dialogue is in skits. So if you want to watch a skit, watch it. If you don't. That's fine by me. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, the extraneous dialogue added 30 hours in Cold Steel 4 alone. I'm telling you what, like, it really just gets on my last nerve. Yeah. Scal246 says, remember in Cold Steel 4 on the airship whenever everybody's introducing themselves so the battle music is still going on? It's like the God's honest truth. Like, Reen is over there, and Reen's like a demon, and Reen's like, I'm gonna kill you, but first, let me introduce yourself. My name is Reen Swarzer. I'm the leader of Class 7. All those with me is also Class 7. Let's please introduce ourselves. And I'm like, Bitch, I thought you were going to kill him. Just kill the asshole. My God. Like, come on. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. Like, oh, it just gets on my nerves. Man. Yeah, Vic Plaza says the Persona games are chatty too. I am aware. It's not exactly the best kept secret that I'm not the biggest SMT fan to ever grace the JRPG genre or whatever. But, yeah, like Persona and SMT to me, it's just kind of there for me. I don't get excited whenever Persona comes out. I will buy Persona because I know that they will be a good game, but I'm not like, oh my God, Persona day one, I have to get it. No. Oh my God, day one, I have to get it. It was reserved for Dragon Quest, Tales, and hell, Bravely Default 2 whenever I finally get around to being a Switch. My birthday can't come fast enough. I feel like just saying, my birthday's tomorrow, let's just buy it tomorrow and just be done with it. Because I want to play the game. But you know what? I have another game to play. I have, under this pile of crap over here, I have another game to play. My 13 Sentinels. I need to play this. Oh, I have a donation. Trying to keep up. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay. From David Balfour. He says, hey, David, from one David to another. Super happy to get to join the stream. As a mid-30s RPG guy, I love to listen to your perspective on the genre. Well, thank you. Nothing makes me happier than getting in front of a camera and complaining to you guys. No, but you know. It's just like, sometimes you just gotta vent. Like, you hear all these people all the time, they're like, oh, this is the best thing since sliced bread, and I'm over here like, it's nice, but I still have my qualms. And sometimes I just don't like to feel alone. I want other people to listen to my qualms. Us gays like to complain. It's what we do. It's what I do best. Mr. Horseshoe. God, I hope Tales of Arise is good. From everything that I've seen, Tales of Arise looks amazing. So I'm very hopeful that it lives up to its hype. The one thing that I really hope that they do is that they do not overcomplicate the battle system. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes these Tales games can get so bogged down in their battle system where it's like they come up with like these like trees of, it's like, you want to get this combo, this one particular combo over here. So you have to do this combo, then this one, 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 and then you'll finally get to the last one. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, that's too much. You know how I want to get to that combo? I want to hit down and O and have the combo. That's all I want to do. Like, don't overcomplicate things. Like, keep it simple, stupid. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, my birthday's in May. I know. Happy birthday to me. I'm almost 40. I'm getting there. I'm getting up in age. Ugh. Getting up in age. Oh, we have a donation. From Guess Who? Stephanie Pollard, who I gave a huge shout out to earlier. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you. She says, today was a bit of a rough day at work, but I'm happy that I got to come home to a live stream and hang out. What games do you plan to get for the Switch when you finally get one? Well, there's the Bravely Default 2, of course. I've heard amazing things about Fire Emblem Three Houses, so I will definitely get that. Although, kind of like the Persona and the SMT, Fire Emblem's just kind of there. Speaking of Fire Emblem, so I don't have a Switch, and this was off my radar, but I really want it. So, Fire Emblem came out with like this, what was it, like a 25-year anniversary edition. Did you guys see this? It was on Amazon. It was this 25-year anniversary Fire Emblem edition, and it looked like an NES box, and it had all sorts of really cool stuff with it. It had a book with it, had inserts, it had posters. It was freaking cool. And I tried so hard to get that. Was I able to get that? No. Holy crap! Oh my god. So yeah, I really, really, really want that. Holy shit. David Balfour. Holy crap. Thank you. Holy god. Thank you. Damn. I was not damn. Thank you. Like, sincere. Thank you. That is completely 100% unnecessary, but I thank you from the bottom of my heart. That really, thank you. I'm really very humbled. Like, that is just, thank you. I don't know what else to say. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, David. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I really wanted that Fire Emblem thing, and I wasn't able to get it for $50, but thanks to David Balfour, it looks like I'm getting it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what, God, I don't know what else to say. Oh, God, I don't, I'm so humbled. God, thank you. Peter Panda says, David, when will you get the Switch? I want to send you some games. Thank you. God, thank you. Holy crap. What is happening? Thank you. I'm getting the Switch on my birthday in May. I was planning on like kind of surprising you and not telling you when in May exactly it is, but yeah, Ken's gonna get me a Switch, and I'm like speechless. I'm speechless. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know what else to say. My God, wow. Yeah. Insanity Force says, are we trying to make David drop his job? The way that the channel has kind of taken over my life in the last couple of weeks, it's really insane to me. And it actually is a conversation that Ken and I have had. But yeah, like, wow. Getting back to Stephanie's question, of course I'll get Bravely Default 2, I'll get Xenoblade, Breath of the Wild, I've heard great things about, the Fire Emblem game, there's a lot of stuff on Switch. Moon RPG Remix, was that digital only, or was there a physical version of the Moon game? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Moon RPG Remix was a game that was originally released for the PlayStation only in Japan. And it's kind of like an anti-RPG, where you're like kind of sucked into the game world, and it got really great reviews. Everybody loved it in Japan. It unfortunately was never released here in America, and it was never actually translated in America, but it was released on the Switch. I do not know if it was released digitally or what the deal is with it. But yeah, I definitely want to get the Moon RPG Remix, and I'm sure that there are going to be a lot more games on the Switch that I do want to get into, but because I don't have a Switch, I really haven't delved that deep into the system, but I'm sure that I will, and when my birthday comes around and I get the Switch, I will be sure to share with you the various games that I've gotten and all that kind of stuff. And I'm definitely going to have to go on LiveStream and rip open my present like I'm 8 years old and be like, hey, I got my Switch, guys! You know, and do all that kind of stuff. And we can all have a birthday celebration together. I think that would be really fun. Oh, yeah. But the comments are jumping now. Billy Watson, Link's Awakening remake was fire! I loved Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. I never did buy Link's Awakening. Like, there was like a, I think it was called Link's Awakening Deluxe. And it was like a remade Link's Awakening for the Game Boy Color. Or maybe like there was some upgraded Game Boy that bridged the Game Boy to the Game Boy Color, and the Link's Awakening Deluxe was released for that. I can't exactly remember because I didn't buy it. Because I was like Why should I buy it? I have the original. It's the same thing. So, yeah. Pixel Jalopy Bits says Octopath Traveler. I have Octopath Traveler on Steam already, so I probably wouldn't buy it unless I can find it for like $20 just to have it physically. There's something to be said about having something physically. Chris Ray says Collection of Mana. I have the Secret of Mana remake, the remake, as well as Seiken Densetsu 3 remake. I have those already on the PlayStation 4, so I probably will not buy them again for Switch. Maybe, but again, it's always nice to have, physical copies. I really do like physical copies. Oh, comments are jumping. This is what happens when, well, okay, so I get fixated on one section of the comments, and then you guys just keep on commenting, and then mine jump, and I'm like, oh no, my spot got lost. But let's see. Grund says, hey David, what are your thoughts about character variety and quantity in games such as Final Fantasy VI? In Final Fantasy VI, it is perfectly fine with me. And the reason for that is because in Final Fantasy VI, everybody's different. It's not like everybody can do everything like in Chrono Cross. It is different. Everybody can do their own thing. If you need a blue mage, you bring in Strago. If you need a really powerful caster, you bring in Realm. If you just want to fuck things up, you bring in Sabin or Edgar. If you want to steal, you bring in Locke. It's not like you just have carbon copy Chrono Cross crap holes in your party. There's a difference. Oh, Cheers Missing says that there was a physical moon on PlayAsia, but it was Japanese text only. Well, that's very unfortunate. I wish that they did make it in English. Okay, let me just scroll up, make sure I didn't miss anything, because I see another donation from VVHE. My Tuxedo Mask. He says, hi David, I'm a bit late. Ring Fit Adventure. I don't know much about Ring Fit Adventure, except that isn't it like an RPG, but you like you play it and like you get fit, almost like with the Wii. I haven't heard anybody say that it was like the bee's knees, that it was the best thing ever, and I honestly don't really need a game to get into shape. I'm kind of already there. But if you guys think that it is a good game, let me know, and yeah, Ring Fit Adventure. That would be great. I have been told that the Switch Lite is the way to go. If you're going to buy a Switch, they say to get the Switch Lite because the battery power is better, and there's some like drifty thing with the Joy-Cons or something. So yeah, I will be getting a Switch Lite, not a Switch regular, and more than likely, I'm probably going to have to go to the store, and I'm going to have to buy the Switch, because if I send Ken to buy the thing, he's going to get the wrong one. I will tell you that right now. So I would probably buy it and give it to him and say, okay, go wrap this up and surprise me. Yeah. Javier Reyes says, I hope I pronounced your name right. Is it Reyes or Reyes? Says, this is my first time watching your stream, and I'm really glad that I did. This is nice, and I'm learning about new games as well. Well, thank you, Javier. Thank you so much for joining. That makes me happy. Ike Ashes says that you get a border like in the Super Game Boy. Do you guys remember that? If you had a Super Game Boy, go take an ibuprofen right now, because your back is probably out of whack. Man, we're old. We're the old OGs. Who here remembers a Super Game Boy? My thing about the Super Game Boy, it would default you to this color palette, and it was the ugliest color palette you'd ever seen in your entire life. It was like this like beige and brown and this ugly maroon, and you could only have these 4 colors on the Super Game Boy, and they picked the 4 ugliest things I've ever seen in my life. So I would have to go back and change the color, and I would make the first one like white, and then another one like a light blue, and then maybe like a really like nice pretty cerulean, and then maybe like a really nice aubergine purple or something for the last one, just to make it look prettier. Because I'm getting the Super Game Boy to play Game Boy games in color. But if the color's ugly, what's the point? Who the hell wants to play an ugly game? Like, really? Like, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Who remembers this? I cannot be the only one who remembers those butt fucking ugly colors on the Super Game Boy. Yeah. Oh, I have a donation from Oh, he's giving me his Discord name. I need to write that down. Maze3623 on Discord so that I can make him an admin as well. So that we don't have any more crazy frickin' trolls. Okay, where are we at? Wow, Stephanie Pollard says, Breath of the Wild is no doubt one of the best games I've ever played, hands down. From one old school JRPG lover to another, I can't express enough I can't express for you to get it and get the DLC. I'll just put it that way. Okay, Breath of the Wild. You sold me on it, Stephanie. I will have to get it. Oh, Mondo N05 says, don't get a Switch Lite if you want to play on TV. Okay, so you can only play it on the portable. That's fine by me. I don't know. Oh, Big Value has a good point. He says, yeah, that you don't need the Ring Fit for the fitness, but it is worth reviewing for sure as someone who is fit. That's a good point. Maybe I could purchase it and then use it and say, hey, is this thing actually going to get you fit? Is this going to, is this, what is this thing going to actually do with you? Yeah, I don't know if you could stream with a light. That is something to look into, too. I never thought about streaming with it or, connecting it to the Elgato or anything like that. I don't know. Lemon Ice Cream says, hard disagree. I have a light and a regular Switch, and I highly recommend the regular Switch. Why, Lemon Ice Cream? Why do you recommend the regular? I would like to know. David Balfour, Super Game Boy hype! Yeah. Wow, Cheers Missing still has her Super Game Boy? Hey, good for you. I don't even still have my SNES. My SNES is sitting in my parents' basement right now. So yeah. Julian just aged me because Julian said Super Game Boy was a status symbol in grade 4. I don't even think that the Game Boy was out whenever I was in 4th grade. So Julian had the Super Game Boy, and the Game Boy wasn't even released. Oh God, I'm old. Yeah. Okay. Mook says, I had the big magnifying thing for my Game Boy. Yeah, I did too. It was like you would take this thing, this like huge plastic gray contraption, and it slid over the screen of the Game Boy. And it had like a magnifying thing, and then underneath the magnifying thing, it had like lights. And then there was also some speakers that you could fold out, and it would make like the sound a lot louder through the speakers. And then there was another thing that you would attach to your Game Boy, and it was this pluggable battery pack. So the Game Boy ended up being like this behemoth, because you had the Game Boy itself, you had this massive magnifying light thing, you had this battery pack hanging off the edge, like the thing was just massive. But you know what? Love me some Game Boy. Love me some Game Boy. Let's see. Sean Meyer says, not as ugly as the Virtual Boy. Yeah, good God. I remember reading about the Virtual Boy in Nintendo Power and thinking, oh, this actually kind of looks somewhat cool. But then I was like, but it's not portable? And then my brother Daniel was like, no, you have to like put it on a table and then like look into it. And I was like, and it's only black and red? And I was like, this thing looks really stupid. But I remember telling Daniel, I said, this thing looks really stupid, but I mean, I guess if it gets like an RPG, I'll have to buy it. I remember saying that to him. Thank God the thing never got an RPG, so I never had to buy it. Ooh. There was that game Jack Brothers on it, though, from the SMT franchise, so there is that. Okay. Amon Holshaw says, no, the Switch Lite is not better. The regular is much, much better. Also, it's more versatile. You can play on the TV and on mobile. Also, the battery's better. Just watch some videos before buying it. Okay, so it looks like I will have to buy the regular rather than the Lite. Let's see. Julian says, Davidvinc, you're a vintage, a classic. I try, I really do. Let's see. Where are we at? Jamie Andreasen says, hey David, I just backed you on Patreon. How does that work connecting it to the Discord? There should be some sort of Patreon bot there. If not, let me write down your name and just make sure that I do add your role as a patron. Okay. So I know that I had, if you were one of my original patrons from back before I created the Discord, I have you as a founding member because you were with me from like the long haul. And then the people who joined after with the live streams and everything else, and pretty much after like yesterday, they get a Patreon role too. So yeah, kind of neat there. My my admins came up with that because I didn't know what the hell was going on. God. Oh, Explode Smoke X. Will you be getting Pokemon Sword or Shield for the Switch? I assume that you're a fan since you have the Pikachu Happy Meal up there. Well, let me just say, okay. Here's my deal. I always end up buying Pokemon games because I'm like, this is the one that I'm going to get into. This is going to be the one. And then they sit there on my shelf, still sealed up in the plastic, and I never actually play them because I just can't deal with monster capturing. So I probably will end up buying the Pokemon game. I don't know which one I'll buy. It doesn't really matter to me. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably buy it. It is an RPG after all. Who knows? Okay, where are we at in the comments? Man, my throat is getting dry. I need to rehydrate. Just a couple more minutes. Man, I've extended this stream by quite a bit, actually. I was only going to let it go for an hour, but we've gone off on some tangents. And that's fine by me. I like going off. That's my favorite thing about these streams. Like, I come on here, and I have my... So, okay. Any teachers out there? If you're a teacher, raise your hand in the comments. Any teachers out there? So, you know that you can't just like walk into the classroom and fly by the seat of your pants. You have to have a lesson plan. And if you don't have a lesson plan, you don't know what the hell you're doing. So you really need to know exactly what you're doing. You have to have your copies made. You have to know where you are in the textbook. You know, you have to have your post-it note little markers. You have to really be prepared to teach a class. If you're showing any kind of videos, any kind of clips here or there, you have to already have it up and buffered. Like, there's a lot going on. You have to get set up. I feel the same way for these live streams. I have to get set up. I have to have something to talk about. I can't just get on here and be like, hi guys, what are we talking about today? I look like an idiot. No, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. That's not what I do. I want to have a discussion, and I like having discussions. We have a donation from AbbaMike44. Thank you for your donation, AbbaMike. He says, hey David, I boosted your Discord server. I hope that you know already. I haven't been on Discord since I started this stream. Well, actually, I haven't been on Discord since I banned that stupid asshole. But thank you so much for the boost. I'm not entirely sure what boosting a server does. I don't really know about Discord. I just signed up for it like yesterday. My God. But yeah, thank you. I am sure in whatever way that really helps the Discord. And thank you so much for that. Oh my God. Troxist Majan says, what grade do you teach and what subject? I have taught many grades over the course of my time in teaching. I taught originally out of college, fresh out of college in 2005. I taught high school. I thought that I was always going to be a high school teacher, and I always wanted to teach geography. And I started off as a world geography teacher in high school. And then I was like, oh my God, these high school... And I'll have to do a stream just talking about my teaching experiences because there's a lot going on. But I don't want to get too specific, if you know what I mean, because you really can't. I'm just going to give you general overviews here. Then I was like, the high schoolers, they were like, So then I was like, I'm going to go down to middle school. And then I taught 8th grade Georgia history. And then even then, like the high schoolers, or the middle schoolers, I was young. I was fresh out of college. This little Twinkie gay guy, you know what I mean? And there was a respect issue. So then I was like, I don't even know if I want to keep on teaching. This is ridiculous. So I ended up taking a year off, and I worked at SunTrust Bank as a teller until I found out that I could just take a test and then get certified for elementary school. So I'm like, okay, that sounds great. I will do that. And I then went down to 5th grade. And I taught 5th grade for many, many, many years. My very first year teaching 5th grade, I taught in an inclusion classroom. And for those of you who are unaware, an inclusion classroom means that you have regular gen ed children alongside special ed children. And you have a gen ed teacher, which was me, and you had a special ed teacher, which was my partner. I don't want to say her name. And she was amazing. She had taught school this was her 34th year teaching school. She was a machine. She knew everything. And she taught me more than I've ever been taught in my life. She was great. I loved her so much. Anyway, so I taught 5th grade for many, 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 many years. I taught until we moved to Nevada. And then I continued teaching whenever we moved here to Nevada. I did take a year or so off whenever we moved here because I did have to get my teaching license. The licensure doesn't transfer automatically from state to state. It's a state-based license. So I took a year off to kind of get the house set up. I was painting and gardening and cleaning and unpacking and moving. There was a lot going on. We were buying the house because we were living in an apartment. We moved to an apartment, but we had to find that. There was a lot going on. So I took a year off. And I ended up getting my licensure for Nevada during that time. And then I went more into 5th grade. And then eventually I went down to kindergarten even, which was kind of a strange turn of events for me. Like, how do you go from teaching 9th grade to teaching kindergarten? You know what I mean? So yeah, I went down to kindergarten, and I did that for about 4 years, and then I went back up to 5th grade. So that is my teaching journey in a nutshell. I saw during my little spiel there that I got a donation from David Balfour. Thank you so much, David Balfour. You don't have to donate anymore. You've already donated so much, my God, but thank you again. David Balfour says, I strongly suggest the regular switch. I don't think that the switch light can easily stream or capture on. Okay. So I will have to get the regular switch. Everybody's saying that the regular switch is the switch to get, and that is fine by me. That will be the one that I get. However, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again, capturing and streaming on these newer consoles is really such a pain in the ass. I much, much, much prefer to capture and stream on something that I can emulate. It makes it 1,000% easier. That's why I like to stay with even up to like PlayStation 2. If you can emulate that, like, hey, that's so much easier. It's so much easier. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not calling out and saying I would never do that because I would like to put in reviews and capture footage for reviews for things like Ring Fit Adventure, Bravely Default 2, various reviews and stuff like that, the Moon Mix RPG, whatever it is. Love to do that. But yeah, so if I need to buy a regular Switch in order to stream, it is what it is. I have to do what I have to do. So yeah, I have had a blast with you guys. This stream has lasted 40 minutes longer than I thought it would be, and it is pitch black outside. You can't tell because I have this ring light shining in my eyes, blinding me. But yeah, I've had so much fun with you. I do not know if I will be on stream tomorrow. Normally on Wednesday nights, I go out with my friend Brent and we go to a gay bar. But that's what we normally do. But last week he was sick. He came down with a 24-hour cold. It wasn't COVID or anything. He got tested. He got sick, so I stayed in and I streamed with you guys. So it's really, if I get a text from Brent saying, "Hey, let's go out drinking tonight," bye. If I don't, I'm gonna be here, same OG time, same OG place. We have a donation from Stephanie Pollard. My vote is regular Switch. Play the handheld or on TV. If a Joy-Con drifts, you don't have to send the whole console in. P.S. Serena Avox 1327. So Serena Avox 1327. Okay, thank you guys so much. I've had so much fun. You guys have a really good night. Bye. End stream.